Hey everybody, I'm here. Hang on. I'm trying to figure this out right now. And I will have it in 1 second. It's great to be with you all. Thanks for joining us just in from the Amigo. And there's a lot to talk to you all about. We're going to talk to you about what exactly went on our trip as I try to get the orientation. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. We'll see if I can figure this out. If not, we're going to go like this. All right, here we go. And man, what a live show this has turned into, huh? Here we go, maybe. All right, there we go. All right, I think we got this now. Hey, sorry about that. It's good to be back with you all. We are just in from our trip on board the Amigo, and it was a lot of fun, no question about it. The fishing right now offshore in SoCal is a little bit more hit and miss. There's no doubt about that. You had to really work at it today. Sometimes you had to drop down to that lighter line, and other times they bite to 60 pounds. I think we ended up with 30 mixed fish for 2 days for 14 anglers. So that gives you an idea that the numbers, in terms of the numbers, it was not wide open. But we did have a magnificent 205-pound bluefin tuna. Beautiful BFT on board this one, and I'm hoping that John Garza will come in here and share what he caught it with and how he caught it. Let me just make the point that the weather couldn't have been any better. Yeah, there was a little bit of rainfall out there, but the weather was absolutely perfect. Gorgeous flat calm seas, and we saw a lot of evidence of life. But I got to tell you, there were some boats that really missed today, and it's because this fish is a little squirrely. It's not all that aggressive. It doesn't seem to be balled up. It seems to be spread out everywhere right now. So it's very spread out and not really, balled up in an area. Now, the true line today, they had limits. They only had 7 people, so they only had to get to 14 bluefin. I know the Friedman had a very tough day today here out of 22nd Street Landing, and we didn't catch all that much today. But once again, there are some trophy fish running around. We were in the vicinity of San Clemente Island. That's where we were doing most of our fishing. Perfect weather. A lot of boats there, and that's got these schools chopped up a little bit, but I don't think that is what is exactly the problem. I just think we're going through some kind of a phase. It's not over by a long shot. Fish are moving a lot. They're not balled up. It's a little bit more on the difficult side right now. Definitely want to bring the kitchen sink. We've been talking to you about that. It is so important. I'm going to kind of move over to this side, if that's okay, because I can see there's some great folks already watching. Brett, how are you, my friend? It's always good to see you. Marlon Hex, he's on there. Good to see you, my friend. Nelson DG, good to see you. JDM, yeah, it was a cow. Microphone, is it working? Joel, let me know, please, because I know it's probably not perfect, but it's as good as it's going to be with the way that we've got this right now. Let me know if it's working, Joel. So that 200-pound fish was beautiful. And I'm hoping John, as I said, will walk in here shortly because, man, he made an extraordinary catch. He battled that thing for about 15 minutes. It was an incredible battle and a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous job that he did. He'll share the jig with you and so much more. Hang on, let me see if there's anybody I can grab real quick. Joe Martinez was on the show, and Joe Martinez, Joe had like a 70, 80 pounder. Travis Bright, he was on the trip. He had 3 fish. There were some anglers that had 3 fish. Some guys that caught none. Most guys got a chance and a shot. Our nighttime bite was not all that great. Nelson, we had just about 30 fish for a 2-day trip for 14 anglers. But we had a 205. We had quite a few, well, let's say a few in that 70 to 90 pound class, some really nice fish. And also we saw some fish that were, we saw one that was so small, we shoved it in the mouth of the 205 pound fish and it fit in there just perfectly. So thank you, Joel. Sorry about that. Just in from a trip, and sometimes I try to rush these things and they don't go exactly right. Hey, hello McFly. It's good to see you also. So once again, I talked to some San Diego boats, and we saw plenty of them up there where we were fishing. And those boys up in that neck of the woods were having the same kind of fishing as most all of us. Kind of see the fish, shut down on them, they don't stick with you. That 205-pounder, we fished all night last night on board the Amigo, the entire night. And then finally, right when the sun was just kind of starting to come up, I want to say 5:30 this morning, 6 maybe, John dropped down a big jig and hung an incredibly big fish. Mark, the deckhand on board, and I were talking back and forth thinking 150, and then we started saying, you know, this looks like it could go 200 pounds, and that's what it ended up being. 205 is what it taped out at. So really fantastic. Once again, sorry about the morning briefing today. That did not upload, but tomorrow's morning briefing is going to be great. And I am going to have all kinds of incredible, dramatic video. You should see that 205-pounder come over the rail. It was incredible. Isaac, good evening, Phil. Great trip. Dan, Michael, Ethan, and I are watching. You guys are the best. I love all of you. Doug Rubin on the El Sueño. Good evening. Great fishing continues. Part of the awareness. Yes, indeed. There is some really great fishing, but also we have to be perfectly candid with you. You look at the numbers on our trip, they're not very impressive at all, but we did have some pretty darn good hits in terms of big fish out there, and there doesn't seem to be any lack of fish. Incidentally, on the way home, down near the east end of Catalina Island, we saw copious amounts of crashing bluefin tuna. There was a lot of bluefin tuna in that neck of the woods, so that was also a big surprise and awesome to see. So there is still fish spread everywhere. You know, down in San Diego, south of the border, we've got fish around Catalina Island. We've got them out near Clemente, a little bit scratched off Tanner Bank. Nothing all that, John. And the man of the hour, John Garza. How are you, John?
Hey, what's up, man?
I got this thing all screwed up, man, and you're gonna have to produce. You got a great voice, by the way. So
Thank you.
you want to show your jig off first, but John, tell everybody about your catch. Wow, you battled on that thing. It was great.
At least 60 minutes, I think. Battle. Got it on the Jigging Master Monster Game PE8 Megalodon 608 rod.
Speak louder, John, because I don't have
had-
my mic'd up.
100-pound Max Quattro braid, 150-pound shock leader, about 25 feet. Did the job.
John, it was what, like 5:30 this morning, or what time?
Yeah, it was like right before gray light, right at gray light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Man.
I'm all sweaty and loading up my fish.
So you've already showed. Have you had success with these lures before?
Actually,
First time you used it?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a West Coast Jiggers, 300 gram KB, guaranteed now.
Yeah, you're gonna fish it. Okay, and your tackle once again, rod, reel.
I had a Phoenix Megalodon 608 paired up with a Jigging Master Monster Game PE8, 100-pound Max Quattro, 150-pound shock leader.
All right, man. I know you got a lot to do out there, man. It was a pleasure, my
Yeah,
friend.
it was, yeah.
Good job.
Hey, you guys out there, if you get a chance, come on out with Phil. He's going to put you with a great group of guys you probably never met, but it's going to be an awesome trip. Recommend it. I'm going out next week.
John.
Weeks with him too.
John, good to see you again.
Hey, thanks, Phil.
Take care. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
That was awesome. Joe Martinez, you're going to come in here. You're going to have to speak loud, man, because we're not mic'd up.
I'm coming here to get my rod.
Joe
So go home.
Martinez, what's
How's it
up,
going?
buddy?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. I caught a couple fish. I got one on 30 yesterday, about 75 pounds. Lots of work. If you're going to catch them on 30, it's just with a 1-0 circle hook. It's just a lot of work. I mean, it's going to beat you up. You know,
It
Carson says 40, 50. Use the 40, 50.
It did beat you up, but did you feel like you had to go to that light line to get a bite?
Kind of, sort of. You
Yeah.
know, it's just that's the way it was. Kind of fishing there it was. It was a pick, but you know we were catching fish, but it was just the light line.
Yeah.
Today I got another one on 30, and that one was probably close to 80, maybe 90.
Yeah, Mark was saying 90.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful fish.
It beat me up quite a bit.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, overall, it was a scratchy, picky kind of bite, but we saw fish, and
Yes, definitely.
it's not over, is
Oh,
it?
there's tons of fish out there. There's just fish all over the place. It's scattered all over. It's just to see what it comes at the end of the month and next month and then November. Might go over December.
It might. It might.
You know, but it's good fishing.
You want to say hi to Grace?
Hi, Grace.
That's Joe's wife who watches the morning briefing every day. Joe, love you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for a great trip.
Thank you. Excellent trip.
Thank you. Oh, you're getting your stuff.
Yes.
All right. Hey, anybody else out there want to be on this thing? Because I think we're going to wind it up. What jig was that hard to? Hey, come on out here, Steve. You want to be on this?
Sure, I might as well say
I
hi.
want to see that jig, or just come in here, John, and just voice it in one more time. Come on in here, Steve. You're an inspiration to so
How
many.
you guys doing?
He's gonna go ahead, nice and loud.
Where we at?
Right there.
All right, yeah, we got a 300-gram West Coast jigger, KB jig, night jig,
Right on.
right here.
I think we're good. You got that, Isaac? All right, Steve. You gotta speak loudly.
And it was a good trip. Loved it. Glad to be here and hope to do it again.
You caught some fish.
Friedman Adventures. Yeah, I caught 2 bluefin.
Man, you know what? You with the oxygen, and you're gonna have a lung transplant. You are an inspiration to me and so many.
Anybody that has problems, have a handicap, get out there and fish. You'll enjoy it.
And hey,
The deckhands, the crew, they will take care of you.
hey, by the way, before you go, thanks for the steaks.
Hey, you're welcome.
Steve brought me all kinds of beautiful ribeye steaks, which I dined on the carnival.
Even hatch chilies.
Love you, Steve.
Love you guys.
All right, my friends. All right, we got it. Hey, just a little quick update for you. I know that we're a little screwed up with the sound here this evening. Let me see if there's anybody else here. Anybody else want to be on here? Are we good? Travis, you want to be on or not? Yeah, come on. What? I don't have this mic'd up very well, Travis,
Yeah.
so speak loudly.
Yeah.
Look right up there. Man, good
Hey
to see
guys,
you.
how you doing?
How many did you catch?
3.
That was great.
It was, yeah.
Now,
we worked at it.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
mean,
absolutely.
what I mean to say is the fact that you had 3
Yeah.
on a trip where we had 30 fish for 2 days for 14 guys, that's good on your part.
Yeah.
So what was the key to your success? Can you pick something? Lighter line?
30-pound test, I think, was working best. It was hard to hook them on 40 for
Yeah.
sure. That was a struggle. Just staying at the rail. Just get a new bait and staying after it for sure.
Long soak or not?
Yeah, a lot of mine were long soak.
No
Yeah.
soak or butt hook?
Butt hook everything is what I did.
Good.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
you were fishing what pound?
30 most of the time.
30. All right.
Even one on 25, actually. Yeah.
Perfect.
So.
Man, great trip again, huh?
Great trip, as always, for
Let's
sure.
see, you got a
guys got to
question.
come out. If you haven't been on a Phil Frieman trip yet, come on out, for sure. You'll have fun.
All right. Travis,
Yeah.
thank you so
All right,
much.
buddy.
Appreciate
Yeah, all
it.
right.
Good
Thank you.
times.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're live down here at 22nd Street Landing. Chuck Zimmer, great to see you, my friend. And also Isaac. Yeah, I need to get some sleep, man, because I got the morning briefing in just a few more hours. We just want to get you up to date here. Happy to have done it. Dave, you want to come in here for a second? You got to speak nice and loud, but you got a loud voice. Hey, Dave, you want to play some poker?
Absolutely not. Card shark.
No, not me. Not me. This is the guy who made a generous donation to help us ship clothing down to Mexico, but he was out with us today. How was your trip? What'd you think?
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Caught a rod.
Oh my God! I haven't told that story yet. You should tell that story. Go ahead.
Well, guy next to me's rod went in the water, and I scooped
Dropped
it
a
up
$1,000 rod over,
in the water. I scooped it up with my rod, and he was able to grab it.
and I have it all on video, all of it. So we'll be able to show everybody.
Let's
that.
do that.
That'll be cool. It wasn't wide open. It was scratchy, tough fishing, Dave, but it still was a lot of fun and a lot of good people on the boat.
Amazing people on the boat.
Yeah.
Amazing people.
All right, man.
All right,
Oh, wait.
thank you, buddy.
Shafe Air Conditioning, right? Do I
Yes,
have
sir.
that right?
Safe air, heating and air conditioning.
Where at?
Rancho Cucamonga.
All right, he's your man if you need heating or air conditioning. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, folks. I think we're done. I'm gonna say goodnight. I got a lot to do here. I gotta get my fish. Yeah, I know. I didn't fish. I shot video. Man, that 200-pounder coming over the rail. That guy grabbing his rod out of the drink. That's great stuff. There was some other great shots that I got. I mean, I love to fish, but when I get that kind of video, it really warms my heart. All right, have a great one, everybody. Always good to be with you. I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, for the morning briefing. Today's morning briefing, probably loaded right about now. We didn't have Wi-Fi, so I couldn't load it, but it should be up if you want to go back and watch this morning's morning briefing. It's there for you, but it will be bright and early tomorrow morning. As always, it's a great pleasure to be with you all. Thanks for letting me jump into your homes and place of business here this evening for a moment. Really appreciate it. How was the ribeye? It was fantastic. Joe is a killer. You're right. Good night. Get some rest. Thank you, Nelson. Joel, good to see you, man. I'll get that mic fixed better for you next time. Tangle Diver says good night also. Good night, my friends. Have a great evening, and I hope to see you really, really soon. What a mess.